Well, good morning, everyone. Thomas Montgomery here. We get together most weekday mornings at 8 o'clock Central to talk about strategies, tips, techniques, share success stories, and support each of you. Today is Wednesday, September 18th, 2024, and we're going to talk about analyze and advise. So if all's going well, my screen is shared with you. And for those of you who are distribution partners, this is really what you do. Sometimes people say, well, what is it that a white label partner does? They analyze and advise. But the truth is, there's a lot of different financial professionals that do that. The white label partner is just one type of a financial position. So we're going to look at the industry overall and then bring it down to very specifics of what we can do as white label partners to help people and, of course, generate income for yourself. So the topic, again, as shown on the screen, is analyze and advise high incomes in the financial industry. We believe rather it be a young adult that's just starting their career, or someone maybe like you and I that's a little bit further along as a seasoned professional. The financial industry is particularly lucrative. I think sometimes when we're not surrounded by something, we can become rather pessimistic, or we don't believe it. It sounds too good to be true that people make a lot of money. But there are a lot of people that make a lot of money, and I realize there are a lot of people that don't make a lot of money. As I was preparing for today's discussion, I looked up MBA graduates. MBA, of course, stands for Masters of Business Administration. That's one of the two graduate degrees I have, and I know many of you have a graduate degree, an MBA as well. So as we research for today's discussion, just looking at what brand new graduates just stepping out of school, so they don't have years and years of experience, they're literally just stepping out of their MBA program, going to work. According to, I think it was US News and World Report, the average starting salary, now we're talking about credible schools, not like online University of Phoenix or anything, but for credible schools, average starting salary for MBAs with a financial concentration, which is what we're talking about, is $192,000 a year. So you're looking at what, 24, 25-year-olds coming out making almost $250,000 a year, and that's even before they have bonuses and incentives that were often added in. So again, I know a lot of you are big hitters and like, 200,000 a year, that's nothing. But for a lot of people, that's a lot more than they make. And this is just showing brand new starter financial professionals. Many of us, you and I, we have a lot more years of experience. We have a lot more we're bringing to the table. Our income should be even higher than that. So the first thing that we need to do is avoid naysayers. Naysayers say, you can't get a business loan. That's too good to be true. That's crazy talk. There are banks, credit unions, and lenders in big cities, small towns, online, and they want to loan money. If you think that they don't want to loan money to small businesses, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. No offense, but you're wrong. They want to. But they want to loan money to fundable businesses, businesses that will pay them back. Secondly, if you think that people don't make a lot of money in the financial industry, you're wrong. You're wrong, because a lot of people do, and I'm showing you just what brand new people can make in the financial industry, let alone people that have the type of experience that you and I have. So let's continue on in our discussion of analyze and advise high incomes in the financial industry. So you might say, well, that it doesn't seem right. I mean, why do these finance people make all the money? And I know it, when I was earlier in my career, I was a high school teacher, high school instructor. I was a very highly qualified high school teacher. I had, again, 2 graduate degrees, some great work experience. But my annual pay as a high school teacher is less than what you and I make in 1 month now. What I made in 12 months then is less than what you and I make in 1 month now. So you can like it or dislike it, but our society has different rewards for different professions. The good news is you and I are in a profession that we can make a shitload of money legally and ethically by helping solve other people's problems. And that's what we do as entrepreneurs, right? We've talked about this before. What is it that an entrepreneur does? An entrepreneur solves other people's problems. And because of that, those people whose problems are solved will pay you. So as a white label partner, it's not get rich quick, and we'll talk about the numbers here in a minute, but it's right around 11,000 per referral. So can you make 11,000 per referral doing other things? I'm sure you could become a high-end realtor. You could sell $1 million homes. So I know that we don't have a lock on making a lot of money, but this is a real, credible, legitimate way to help people and make money. And we're going to talk more about that now as we continue our discussion. So the white label partner role. So when we applied for, through our nonprofit 509 Pacific, applied for and received the grant, our primary goal is to improve financial literacy of entrepreneurs in the small business space, and secondly, increase their access to capital. But we couldn't do that alone. We needed to work with professionals like you all. We have 422 of you on right now, but people like AJ, people like Claude, people like Corinthian, people like Dorothea. We have so many great people on our team. So together we can go educate more people, we can help more people, and of course we can all generate a great income. So white label partners. So that was designed to help entrepreneurs by increasing their financial literacy and improving access to capital. If you've been on any of the trainings recently, or if you just want to go over to 509pacific.org, you can go down, you can see how we're really focusing on education, how we educate people here. The entrepreneurship program is free. The credit clinic's free. The SBA checklist is free. There's so much that you and I do to help communities, to help individuals, to help families improve their financial literacy. And by that, we can help improve their access to capital. That order is very important because, as we've talked about before, many people will just tell you, they'll come up to you, like Jeff's on the line, and they'll say, Jeff, I just want money. I just need money. But Jeff knows, hey, man, I need to take a look at your business to see if you're fundable or not. And they'll say, no, Jeff, you don't understand. I just want money. I just need money. And so what Jeff does really well, and Jessica just came aboard, what each of us are doing now is slow it down and saying, great, you want money. Great, we can help, but let's do an evaluation. Let's analyze your current situation to identify, are you ready to go to funding or do you need assistance? And that's what we did the specific training on yesterday, using the funding checklist. Yesterday, we literally went through how to do that. So as a white label partner, I think there's many benefits, because some people will say, well, it takes money to make money. I call bullshit on that. No, it does not take money to make money. Now, for some occupations, some industries, yes. You and I want to go compete with Elon Musk and start a new spaceship company. You're right. It's going to take billions of dollars. But from a professional service perspective, like what you and I are doing, that's wrong. It does not take money to make money. That's absolutely wrong. And there's no upfront cost to be a white label partner. As we talked about, I think some people are pessimistic, and that's okay. We want to look at things analytically, but being a white label partner is not get rich quick. It's not MLM. It's not network marketing, and I'm not stating an opinion on any of that. But it's not. It's just real simple. We just do a 50-50 split. 50-50 split. You get half the money for generating the client. We get half the money for doing all the work. It's a great partnership. Great partnership. Cost you nothing to be a white label partner. Not get rich quick, but a good income, good, honest income. And so our goal with our white label partners, and you'll see this, if you remember when you first signed up, if you're already with us, we quickly try to onboard you. For instance, we had a young lady just this morning who just signed up as a white label partner, and I'm forgetting her name, forgive me, Susan. So we've already called Susan this morning. Let's see if Susan's on the training. No, I don't see Susan, unfortunately. But so Susan's our newest white label partner. She just signed up. We sent her onboarding. we will have her open for business today. She should start earning income today. Well, that's nice, because if you decided, well, I want to go get that MBA and go make my 192,000, well, get ready to apply and then to attend school full-time, typically for 2 years. But what you and I can do is we can help just one person a week, not anything crazy. I mean, a very much a side hustle, a side income, a side gig, as it states, and we can make more than Harvard MBA graduates. So the truth is, no, it does not take money to make money. And no, you don't have to have some sort of advanced degree to be able to analyze and advise, not in our model. So let's talk about what white label partners do. So we're perfectly clear. We don't want any misunderstandings, full transparency. Number one, we need to make sure that we know how to analyze. And that's what we did the detailed training on yesterday. There's a 6-question assessment that we need to do of each entrepreneur to determine if they're currently fundable or what needs to be done. So remember, we started by talking about what is it that is done to generate profit in the financial industry, is to analyze and then advise. Well, analyze comes first, so we need to analyze. We've trained you specifically how easy it is to analyze. We've shown you where the checklist is. We went through it. We've role played it. If you need help, let us know, right? Our phone number and emails here. But the analysis is mission critical. It's mission critical. It's just like if you were a doctor and someone came in and let's say it's Greg Fulcher's online. So Dr. Greg Fulcher, internal medicine, family practitioner. So someone goes into Dr. Fulcher's office and says, Dr. Fulcher, I don't feel well. What's he going to need to do? He's going to need to analyze the symptoms. What's going on? Let's check your blood pressure. Let's check your pulse. What symptoms do you have? So what do you and I do as white label partners? We need to analyze. We need to evaluate the entrepreneur to see what they have in terms of being fundable. And of course, that was covered yesterday, and that's on the SBA checklist page, not our discussion today. So this takes 15 minutes probably. It could be done a little bit quicker, but comfortably you're spending 15 minutes to analyze to be able to make 11 grand. So some people say, oh, no, I just want passive income. I don't want to work. Well, then let's hire someone else, because it's okay for you to own your business and have people that work for you, either as W-2 or independent contractors. But for this model to work really well, someone on your team needs to take 15 minutes out of their time to help do the analysis. We need to analyze what's going on with the client's business in terms of its fundability. Who has questions on the analysis that we do? We covered it in detail yesterday. 6 questions. It helps us objectively identify, is the business fundable? Is the business ready to go to funding right now? Because again, I know people will come to you and they'll say, I want money, I need money, I'm ready. But it doesn't matter what they self-declare. There's a checklist. There's literally a checklist, and that's what you and I do to help connect people to reality. Because often they don't know what they don't know. They don't know what it takes to be fundable. So that's the core of what high-earning financial entrepreneurs do, is they first analyze. Anyone have questions on the analysis part? And again, it's broken down on the SBA checklist page. We covered it yesterday. Okay, I think we're all on the same page. Now we need to advise, because no one just needs a critic. No one needs to just say, you're not ready, sorry. That's really what a lot of the financial world does, right? If you go apply for a loan or a line of credit or any other extension of credit, that in general, the financial world is just looking for people that are qualified and everyone else is dismissed. Well, you and I really specialize on working with the imperfect people, the people that are not yet fundable. That's why you and I are here. And that's why you and I make a shitload of money, is we fix that problem. So we analyze first. Crazy simple checklist. Either you need to do it or someone on your team. If you're too busy, then let's get some staff members to do it. But someone needs to do it. It doesn't require a graduate degree, doesn't require a Harvard diploma. It's fairly straightforward. We've trained you, we support you on that. That's number one. So with that, then we need to go to number two. We need to advise, because what did we say that we do? We analyze and advise. So now we're down to advising. So let's talk about advising for a second. There's really only one of two outcomes, right? So we have an objective checklist to analyze the business, which is down here. And one of two things. There's 6 questions, and either they have all 6 elements, which means they're fundable. Great. That means we're going to go directly to funding. Oh, I don't want to pay anything to get funding. Great, you don't. We don't charge anything up front. If you have someone that goes through the analysis, they meet all 6, we go right to funding. They don't pay anything up front. And you'd be like, well, that sucks. I don't get paid. Of course you get paid. You get paid a performance fee off the result, just like realtors, just like a lot of financial professionals. You and I are paid after they're funded if they're already fundable. They pay nothing up front, not a penny up front. But is that what most people are? Is that what we're going to find that most people have that we do the analysis? Are most people fundable? No, most of them aren't. That's why there's such a dramatic need for what you and I do. Therefore, if they're not yet fundable, then typically you're going to enroll them in your white label partner 4-week funding program. When you became a white label partner, we sent you the onboarding email. It had an editable version of the client agreement. We asked you to change that client agreement, personalize it to you or to your business, get it set up in Adobe DocuSign or whatever e-signature software you want, and now you're open for business. It's simple. Some of you, well, some of you get it, right? So you're doing well, but some of you just make it too complicated. It's not complicated. We need to analyze the prospect, and there's only one of two outcomes. Either they're fundable or they're not fundable. How do we know that? Do they have 6 out of 6 of the things that are needed? If so, great. We can go get them an SBA loan or another type of funding right away. If they're not fundable, they need help. We can either take them into the free education, or you could bring them into your fee-based 4-week funding program. So analyze and advise. It's horribly simple. So anyone that's not active, you've got to let me know, why is this not working for you? Why are you not making the 11,000 a week? Why are you not enrolling at least one deal a week? Because the need's there, the process is, it's legal, it's effective, it's proven. What's missing? What's missing? So help me understand. Jeanette, you're on the line. Unless I'm mistaken, Jeanette, last week you did not have a single enrollment. So I'm not trying to call you out, but I'm just trying to ask, what is it that we need to do better, Jeanette, so you can follow this very simple process and start making 11,000 a week? Celino, you're one of the fucking smartest people on this Zoom, and you made 0 last week with us. I'm sure you made a lot of money. Celino, where's the disconnect? What part of analyze and advise, Celino, are we failing to support you on? Because you should be enrolling at least one deal a week, making at least 11,000 a week. Toily, you're one of my favorite people. I love talking to you, Toily. You've been around forever and a day, and I don't think you still yet enrolled one client. Not even one client, Toily. So help me understand what I don't understand, because I know this and I know it works. And some of you are doing crazy good, but others of you aren't. And I'm trying to figure out, where's the breakdown? Do you not know how to conduct the analysis? Then let us train and support you. Do you not know how to advise people based upon the analysis? Then let us know. We need to do a better job of training and supporting you, or you're just not doing it. Now, the most common response is, well, I need leads, right? I need someone to go analyze because I don't know anyone that needs funding. Okay, well, let's get to leads. And that's our last segment of today's discussion. So, well, where do we find people that need funding to start or grow a business? I need someone to analyze, because if what we do is analyze and advise, if I have no one to analyze, of course, there's no one to advise, there's no money coming in. Well, lots of different ways, but what we have really focused on is leading with free financial literacy. And we've had separate discussions on that. You can learn more about that here on See How We Educate on 509 Pacific, the white label partner page, Educate. And then also there's a whole page committed to it on the entrepreneurship program. So if you don't have enough people to analyze, let's fix that, and let's fix it immediately. And the easy way to fix it is to create a funnel through free workshops. We've had this conversation before. We look at what Dave Ramsey has done with Financial Peace University. We're not competing against Dave Ramsey, but if you look at what Dave Ramsey has done with consumer financial literacy, you and I are doing something very similar on business financial literacy. Let's go out into the communities. Let's work with churches, chambers, different key influencers, and let's hold workshops. Doesn't cost them anything, doesn't cost you anything. It's free to the participant. We typically work with host or key influencers who will fill up the workshop because they have the church has the congregation, the chamber has its members, the accountants and bookkeepers have their business clients. So they'll put the butts in the seats, the virtual seats, because we do it via Zoom. We educate them through the entrepreneurship program. And here's what we're seeing: of between 90 and 91% of the people that go through the education will turn around and enroll in your 4-week funding program. There's the answer. There's the model. Don't sell anything to anyone. Go out and analyze, drive them into the free workshop, and then just statistically 9 out of 10 will move forward and enroll with you. And so Sarah's asking for numbers. All right, so let's do numbers. So we'll say workshop with 10 enrollees, very small workshop. Now there's no minimum, there's no maximum. Oh, we can go up to, normally 500 is our maximum on our Zoom contract, but we can bump that up if we need 500 per session. But let's just say that you and I, we work together and we set up a workshop. Now we have a workshop coordinator. She'll be there to help you and assist you and such, but ignoring the logistics, just getting to the numbers as Sarah asked. 10 enrollees go to the workshop. Statistically, 9 out of 10 will enroll with the white label partner afterwards into the 4-week funding program. So you're making 11,000 per. So if we do the math, 9 times 11,000 equals so statistically, for every 10 enrollees that you have in the workshop that we'll set up for you for free to the participants, statistically 9 out of the 10 of them will move forward and enroll in your 4-week funding program. You make 11,000 a pop on that. So we're looking right around 99,000 per workshop. Does it get rich quick? No, I know it's not. But what you're missing is, well, could we do more than one workshop at a time? Sure, we could work with Church A and have a workshop, Church B and have a workshop, Church C. We could have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 workshops going on at a time. They're Zoom based. We provide the instructor. And then also we could have larger workshops. I know some of you, and Toby's an example. Toby says, no, I don't want to do small workshops. I want at least 100 enrollees per. He's working with bigger key influencers. Well, this rule still applies, but all of a sudden, if we have 9 out of 10, which would be 90, we have to add a 0 here. If we have 90 people, what does that do to our projected income? So now we're looking at nearly $1 million. It's not too good to be true. Go research what Dave Ramsey makes teaching Financial Peace University. We're not the brightest bulbs. We're just simply solving a problem and following a model that others have proven that works. But I know people get scared of big numbers. Oh, this seems too big. It's too good to be true. Fine. Don't be a Toby then. Be a simpleton. Let's just do simple. Keep it simple, and let's just be content making a small income. Still put you ahead of the Harvard MBAs. So what questions do you have? All right. Lance is asking how to become a white label partner. So on 509pacific.org, white label partner, right here. Get started today. You'll get it costs you nothing up front. You'll get your email onboarding. We'll get you open for business today. We can start setting up workshops right away. Thank you, Lance. So who else has questions, comments, concerns on our discussion today on analysis and advising? Okay, so Toby says he needs a Zoom link, but ironically, Toby, I think you're on the Zoom right now. So the fact that you're on the Zoom, you have the Zoom link. Now, maybe what you're asking about is getting a workshop set up. And if that's the case, just give us a call and we'll make sure that we get all that set up for you. Because once you're ready to set up a workshop, we need to know simply, when do you want to start it? What day of the week? Because we know the workshop, let's close this for a moment. We know that our workshops are composed of 4 sessions over 4 weeks. They'll be the same day of the week, same time of the day, but we need to know when you want to start. So Toby might know. I just don't know offhand. So Toby might say, okay, I want to start next Friday. I'll just make that up. So then that would be a certain date. We set that up, we get the registration going, and then we're able to promote that workshop and enroll people. They go through once a week, each week. The key here is that the workshop, and if you've not gone through the workshop, we'd recommend that you do so. You can register for our general workshop here. You'll have your own link. So you will not refer people to this link, because this is our workshop, not your workshop. We want to have a workshop for you. And so it'll be co-branded to you. But yeah, we'll work with it. And if we missed anything, Toby, just let us know and we'll address it. We're setting up lots of workshops. So again, we want to be the nation's leader in business financial literacy. And we're asking each of you, Corinthian, do you want to be part of this? Do you want to start? Let's bring back up the notes. Corinthian, would you be willing to make around $100,000 a month by helping us facilitate 1 workshop a month? Would you do that? If we could get you around $99,000 a month, we're showing you the math. It's not too good to be true. We're not asking you to buy into a dream. We're not asking you to spend any money. But Corinthian, would you be willing to do 1 workshop with us a month and make around $99,000? Would that be a good use of your time? And so same for Jeff and Jessica. I mean, that's our offer. No strings attached, not trying to sell you something. This is the model. And if you understand that financial professionals that analyze and advise can make a high income, but this is not the only way. Go get your Harvard MBA. There's lots of other things that you could do. But here's a reasonable way to make around 6 figures a month. 6 figures a month helping other people. And you could say, well, I'm not very good at sales. You don't need to sell anything. Just become good at analyzing. And again, the checklist is here, and we've had detailed training, but the checklist is here. The glossary is here. And you do checklist, and it helps people understand, okay, yeah, I want money. I need money, but I'm not fundable. I don't qualify. So this helps them understand what are the areas that they have issues with. But guess what? We've received a grant to help them with all those issues. So we are the solution. You and I, we are the solution to their problem so they can get funding. So we analyze them. If they have everything, great. That's going to rarely be the case. But if that's the case, great. Let's go to funding. And if they are not fundable, then we're going to help them become fundable. And through the free education, it doesn't cost them a penny. All right. So yeah. So AJ, anyone that needs individualized assistance, we have about 321 of you on right now. So I don't have the ability to assimilate seemingly a million different requests. So just give us a call afterwards. Let's talk one-on-one. Let's make sure that we have your workshop set up. We're blowing and going. But with that being said, excited to be here with you today. We have a great mission. We'd love to collaborate with you. We can help others. You can earn an adult income. Now maybe you know just a little bit better of how it works. There's no surprises. And give us a call if there's any assistance that you need, or an email. And we'll see you back tomorrow morning. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.